everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Seahawks going up against the Giants. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. They come out here in the eye. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And the defense for New York.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. T.J. Yeldon, the one he was looking for. And that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Here we go!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there at 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Eric Rowe fits the profile of the so-called new breed of cornerback in the NFL. A college safety with length. He transitions very well to the corner in the league.
Now Now they try the right side here. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And now out come the Giants. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
We got three, fellas.
Again, it's Yeldon. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Yeldon. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Yeldon, the lone running back. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A 1st down carry now for Yeldon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. So the D-line's going to spread out. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Wide open receiver complete. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff. So they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at the 2. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now, the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
This could very well be 4-down territory, but right now we focus on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 3rd and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the 2nd quarter.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and now off to the races down the right side. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone in and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play in good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball,
he rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going. And
now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught. And
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And out now come the Seahawks. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And the Giants ready to come out now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one complete left side to Green Beckham. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Dorial Green-Beckham, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver, 78 yards. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
In order to play really...
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right,
now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4.
Here we go now.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll be a gain of 16. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier, knock him down for a loss.
They'll look to throw. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
He'll drop to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recover the fumble in plus position, but they can't go anywhere. In fact, they go backwards, but they do get a field goal out of it.
They'll take the 3, but in a lot of ways, they feel like they let themselves down by not capitalizing, and they definitely let the defense down for getting the key turnover.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll come out in the pistol.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Perry in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw here. Looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Back down it up, Philly. Here we go. Gone. All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go play action here on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Their big tight end. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
Another pistol look here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. He'll look to throw. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Well, this would be one heck of a record if he makes this. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. I got nothing after that try.
Yeah, don't even try.
I mean, he tried it from the parking lot. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up fourth. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he does have a good leg, I'll give him that, but not that good.
Not by a long shot.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
For me, that was an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in